Here with senior Nolan Zikas to preview the 2018-19 Concordia golf seasons. First off, we'll look a little bit first at last year. I know you shot around a 68 and tied a school record, I believe, back in the fall season a year ago. What was most memorable about that particular day for you?
The most memorable thing, I think, was having my family there to see it, and just I was playing really well in practice, and that was the first tournament that we played, and I was doing really well, and I knew that I could go low out there, and Highlands is a pretty favorable course if you're putting well, and I was putting well that day and made some putts. Had a few errant shots which hurt, but all in all it was a awesome day. And then when coach comes up to me at the end of the round and just says, "Congratulations, you tied the school record," I go, "Well, thank you, I appreciate it." And just having all the support there with the team and everything was huge.
Well, you come into your senior year having been all conference every year, your first 3 years, and you're recently named an AllAmerican Scholar. How do you handle that kind of success and kind of deal with that moving forward?
It sets the bar even higher for me. I wanna make it 4 years in a row, and I wanna beat my own school records, and I want to keep doing my best, and that's all I can control is my mental game, and I can set the goals for me, and I can go out and try to achieve them. But if I don't, then as long as I gave it 100%, and then I'm happy.
Well, a few years ago, you sat in the same office at the beginning of your college career and kind of talked about the struggles that you're going with, having cancer. What can you share in regards to that and where things kind of stand today?
Yeah, I wasn't looked at by very many colleges when I came in, and coach had faith in me that I would push through, and my high school coach knew I'd push through and I'd fight to be out there on the course, and that's what I did. I didn't have any other option because in a way golf saved my life, and I wasn't ever going to give up. I've never been known to give up, and to this date I've been 2.5 years cancer free, so everything's going really well. I feel great. I've started walking instead of taking a cart. I couldn't be at a better point in my life right now, so everything's going great.
In what ways do you think maybe you're a stronger person than you were when you started here at Concordia?
Yeah, I've grown up a lot, just going through all the different classes, and the professors' encouragement and coaches' encouragement, just everybody who I met, just it's pushed me, and it's made me a better person, and just having all the support around me to keep going is what has really encouraged me throughout this career.
I know there were some difficult times during your freshman year, and you still managed to win a couple GPAC qualifier rounds that year. You look back at it now, what can you say about how you were able to manage to work through that and still succeed on the course?
Yeah, I remember winning the GPAC, and then it was like a week later I was told that the cancer was back and it was going under the knife again, and I still had some season left to finish. So just being around the team, having them around me, and just always wanting to do my best, and I knew golf was was my go-to to get everything off my mind. And so whenever I could, I'd get out on the course. The doctors would say don't go out for a month before after your surgery. So I wouldn't go out, but I'd be down in the basement putting or doing whatever I could, just lightly, just to keep my game on point, and just practice and hard work.
Does any of this come up with, you have new teammates every year that come in that are freshmen, or I know this year there's some transfers.
Yeah.
Does any of that ever come up? I mean, some of them may not even know about what you've gone through.
Yeah, it comes up a little bit, which it doesn't bother me one bit. It's my story, and I'm not going to hide it from people. It's like I said, it is what it is, and it's made me for who I am today. And I just have to look forward in the future, and I just let them know, because if I'm out there, then they can be out there and trying to strive for their goals as well. So I just really try to encourage them and be a positive influence on their lives.
Mm-hmm. Knowing what you've gone through, is there a regular procedure, I guess, as far as when you're supposed to visit the doctors? I mean, how does that work?
It was every 3 months I would go in for some lung scans, and until I got to the 2-year mark. Now it's every 6 months. So I was, the regular doctor appointment would be a blood draw, do the CAT scan for the lungs, and meet with the doctors, and then there'd be some times where they'd have to do heart monitors and everything, but for the most part, it was every 3 months, but now it's every 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Well, you already mentioned how there weren't maybe a lot of colleges that were giving you an opportunity to play golf. Knowing that, now that you're a senior, how satisfied are you with the opportunity you have here and your decision to become a Bulldog?
Yeah, I wouldn't even change it for the world. I'm super blessed with the opportunity that I've been given. I can't thank Coach enough, and can't thank Concordia enough for the opportunity. And it's been everything that I imagined and everything that I dreamed of growing up to play college sport.
Well, there probably aren't too many courses that you're going to play now as a senior that you're not familiar with. What kind of comfort does all that experience give you now?
It's good knowing the courses, because you know where you can put yourself and you know where not to put yourself. And course management is a big part that I've learned throughout the college experience as well. And sticking to my game plan is the biggest part for me, and staying mentally positive. Even if I have a errant shot, then just making sure I stay focused, because you never know where your ball's going to be. Maybe it's in a great lie off of, after a bad shot. So you never know, and just one shot at a time is what I focus on.
Well, if we look at this from a total team perspective, I know 3 of the guys that were regulars in the top 5 from last year are gone. But what maybe excites you about the opportunities that are open, and what this whole year will present for you guys?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about this all summer. It's kind of shocking that the only 2 of us are returning, and I thought it would be tough, but after seeing practice yesterday, we've got a good squad. We're gonna be able to compete. So we got some transfers, we got some freshmen coming in that have great potential, and seeing played with some junior college, and they have the tournament side to where they have experience, and that's going to be huge. So they maybe even have played longer courses. They play different courses, so it's that side is going to really benefit us and compete for the GPAC.
We mentioned some of the great moments you've already had in your time at Concordia. What has been your favorite moment so far, whether it has to do with golf or not?
Oh man, I think the favorite part was probably winning our tournament last year at Tiburon. We went into a 3-team playoff, and after the first hole, there was 2 teams left. It was us and Bellevue University, and it was getting dark out, and Court and I were the last ones to tee off for our team, and we were coming up, and I made a big putt for par and to keep us in it, and then the other kid drains a birdie putt, like a 10-footer, and then Court just drains a birdie putt on him to win. And it was just, I mean, it was a back and forth battle, and Court and I walking up, we knew what we had to do, and so it was just, that was fun, just seeing how the team all rallied around each other to pull off the first victory.
Well, one more year here. What in your mind would make this a successful final season of collegiate golf?
Yeah, going out and breaking records again. You got to set the goals high, and whatever happens, and all you can do is you give it your all, and you just go and try to achieve those goals. So I think having the individual like college career record would be a big goal of mine, and then hopefully being in contention for the GPAC title.
Well, last thing here, you're still majoring in recreation and sports studies, right? So what comes next for you after graduation, or is that still kind of in the distance for you?
It seems like it's still in the distance for me. I worked at an internship this summer for PXG, and that's a possibility. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to kind of see where this year kind of goes, and kind of up in the air.
So
right now.
What exactly did you do with that internship then?
I was a club builder for them down in Scottsdale, Arizona. So just learned all about kind of the building of the club and how well how it all goes together. And to be honest, I think that's even like made me realize even more, wow, there's a lot that goes into golf, more than people don't think. And so there's just so many components, and there's so many different techniques to building a golf club. And it's not just sticking a shaft on a club head and a grip on the shaft and saying, hey, it's good. And so everybody has a different swing, everybody has a different swing weight, and so whatever fits them, that's a big thing.
In some way, you'd like to stay around the game of golf.
I would.
Okay.
I would. So something in the golf field would be a goal. I would like to start up my own golf clothing company and give back to Make-A-Wish and pediatric cancer, just because I feel it's my turn to give back and help out the kids who are going through the same thing that I gone through, and make sure they know you can get through it and come out on top.